everyone. My name is Sarah. I am just starting this video about my DCP, my phone interview, my Disney College Program phone interview. I am so excited. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited to have this opportunity and to just see where God's going to take me in this next term of my life, this next season of my life. So a little background about me and also about my DCP experience so far. I'm 21. I just turned 21 last week, so that's super fun. And I live in Florida. I live in the panhandle of Florida, so I am about 6.5 hours, 7 hours away from Orlando, because like I'm up here and you have to go all the way this way and then down. So not just a little short drive away from, probably shorter than obviously most people, but not just a little short drive away from Orlando or anything. I am just so excited. I've been waiting for this process for months. I set up email notifications a little while ago, probably 4 or 5 months ago, to get notified when the applications for the Disney College Program in spring of 2019 were open. And so obviously they opened, I think probably a week or two ago, I'm not really sure, but I actually applied. So here's a little background of my experience. I applied on Monday. Today is Friday, the 24th of August. I applied on Monday, so like 4 days ago, and I had not gotten an email about the recruiting process yet. So I was at work on Monday, and I am a teacher to 2-year-olds. So I have 10 2-year-olds in my childcare classroom, and I'm the lead teacher. And the kids were asleep. It was around 1 o'clock. I decided to just check in on it. I don't know what made me check in on it, maybe YouTube or something, because that's where I've been watching a lot of videos about DCP experiences and all of that stuff. So it was around 1 o'clock, and I just happened to go onto their website, and it said you could apply. So I was on my phone, didn't even do it on a computer, I was on my phone, and I went ahead and filled out the application. And then very shortly after, I got the initial email saying because of the high capacity of people applying right now, it could take no later than November 16th to hear back, whatever. And I was like, wow, that's so long. I don't know how I'm gonna get that far, how I'm gonna last that long if I do have to wait that long. And then I think I had seen the email when I was still at work. Probably within 20 minutes, if that, I got another email stating that I had been given the opportunity to do the web-based interview. So I, finished on my work day. I got off around 5:30 and went to my fiance's house after that. We ate dinner with his family, and then I was like, gotta go use your computer to fill this out. So I'm sitting there, and it says it'll take up to 20 minutes to fill it out, everything. So I thought long and hard about it. You only have, a matter of 20 to 50 seconds to answer all of those questions. And they're very generalized questions. It made me think a lot, but I had to think quickly in order to answer them. But I had finished that, and I was sitting there, and I had gotten an email saying thank you for your web-based interview, we'll review it, whatnot. And y'all, within minutes, not even like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, was sitting there trying to do some schoolwork, and I got an email about the phone interview saying we had seen your web-based interview, and we would like to schedule a phone interview. What? So I was freaking out. I went into my fiance and I was like, listen, this is happening really fast, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm super excited. He's like, just go ahead, plan for it, schedule it, whatever. Okay. So I go, and I'm off on Fridays, which is why I'm here today. I scheduled it for today, just because I knew I wouldn't really be doing a whole lot. My friends are in school and stuff, so I wouldn't be, you know, have plans or anything. My fiance's at work, so I scheduled it for 2:15 today. It is currently you probably can't see that, 1:35 right now, so in a matter of probably 20-30 minutes, I have my phone interview, and I've been panicking all day. I'm so nervous. About a year ago, I had a phone interview with my current job because I lived in Ohio with my dad for a year, and so I remember being really nervous then and really nervous now, because y'all, this is like life-changing stuff. Like, I'd have to move away from my little small town in Florida and go work at Disney. Like, that's just doesn't happen to everyone. So I had my phone interview. I was doing all this research this morning. I went to Starbucks and I was doing all this research of questions and what to do, what not to do, all of that stuff, watching videos, probably like overworking my thought process because I'm still really nervous. But yeah, so I decided to make this little video. I think I am going to record myself on my fiance's laptop. Sorry, I like can't breathe because I'm so nervous. I am going to probably record myself. I don't know if I'll put it in this vlog or if I'll just keep it. I've heard and obviously watched videos of people who have done this, but I've heard it's even really just beneficial to go back and watch it, because you might think that you bombed and you might think that you ranted or rambled on a certain situation, but you'll talk about it for like 30 seconds. So I've just heard this is a really good way to make sure that you, you know, did well, or you think that you did terribly, and then you go back and watch it and whatever. So I wrote down a bunch of questions, and I wrote down all the roles, and I wrote down all the descriptions of all of the roles, and I'm just prepared for anything. So hopefully. And I've heard that obviously the interviewers are very sweet and very helpful. They know that they're talking to college kids, so very thankful for that. But yeah, so I will check back in with you guys probably in about an hour, because my interview's at 2:15 Central Time, and I will probably have to come down from that, and then I'll get back on here and let you know how it goes. So yeah, I am prepared for this interview. The Disney magic has officially come over me, and I am still nervous, but I got Minnie Mouse on my side. So I am so nervous. It is almost 2 o'clock. They say it could come 15 minutes before, so that would be 15 minutes. If not, I have to wait until 2:15. So yeah, I put on a sweatshirt because it's freezing in here, and I'm already shaking because I'm nervous. So y'all, I just got off the phone like maybe 5-10 minutes ago of my phone interview. It was so good. I was so nervous beforehand, and I know this always happens when I have to talk on the phone for like important things like this, but I think it went really well. I probably, rambled on some points. I probably, didn't answer the question to the best of my ability, but, she was very sweet. I didn't catch her name. She had an accent, and so I unfortunately did not get to catch her name and use her name personally, but I think that it went really well, and I would say things about guest interactions at my previous jobs or my current job, and I would hear her like laughing a little bit in the background, just about different things, or she would just take what I said and really relate it to the whole Disney experience, working at Disney and whatnot. So yeah, it was really good, and I'm really excited. I feel like my stomach is hurting because I'm both hungry and nervous, or coming off of nerves. So yeah, she really just asked basic questions. I think I did too much research into it, but really it was just, she asked me a lot about character attendant, which is one of my high interest, like that's the only role that she asked me about, which is was one of my high interest roles. I had like 8 roles that I was like put that I was interested in, and the ones that I put that I was interested in were either moderate interest or high interest. So I put attractions, bippity boppity boutique, character attendant, photographer, children's activities, front desk. What else did I put? I have them all written down right here. Bell services. I think there's some more. Merchandise and quick service. So those were the ones that I put down. And I just think that it went really well. But she did just ask a lot about character attendant. That was, you know, if you were a character attendant, this is what you'd have to deal with, and how would you deal with, she asked how would you deal with, you know, if people were in line to meet Mickey, which everyone wants to meet Mickey when they go to Disney World, obviously, and Mickey had to leave or his time was up, how would you handle that with a guest or a line full of guests? And yeah, and then, you know, we talked about my work experience, and whenever I talked about certain work experiences, wow, my hair's crazy. You know, she would relate it to, oh, well, you know, you worked at Chick-fil-A, so you'll, like, how do you think that will relate? Or this is the way that it will relate. Or you work with children, and every situation that you come in contact with, there's usually children, there's always children in the park, obviously, all of that stuff. So, she asked where I'd want to work. I said, I would love to work in Magic Kingdom. I would love, dream role would be Bippity Boppity Boutique. I don't know if a lot of people put that as like a high interest. I feel like it's such a cool place. I've never personally been to the Bippity Boppity Boutique, but I just think it'd be so much fun. So she asked about that. I said Magic Kingdom, but I'd be open to working anywhere. Honestly, if I just get accepted, you could put me on custodial at Animal Kingdom. Like, I could be scooping elephant poop, and it would just be magical. You know, you're in Disney World. So, yeah, I just think it's, like, so crazy, and I just can't believe that actually happened. So, she said it would take 2 to 3 weeks to hear back. I don't know if that's, like, a minimum amount of time, or if I'll hear back possibly before then. I don't really know. I didn't ask her that. But then she also said that it could take up until October, the end of October, to hear back. And that's like so long. That's like 2 months away. And I feel like everything in this process for me has happened so fast. I've talked to people who have waited 3 weeks, even just for a web-based interview. And they say that can even take up until November. So my web-based interview, the fact that it came back in an hour, and then like 5 minutes after that, I did that, I got a phone interview. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'll hear back whether if it's an acceptance or a, you know, a denial. I don't know what it's called. I think that maybe it'll come back before, but like I said, I don't know if 2 to 3 weeks is like a minimum, but she said it could take up until October, and I'm just not prepared for that. So yeah, I just have a lot to pray about and a lot to think about, because like I said, I do pay rent and I do have a car payment, and my parents are both 800 miles away, 13 hours away in Virginia and Ohio, so it's not like I just live at home and I'm just moving away from home. It's like I have a lot of financial aspects of my life that I have to take care of, and my job and everything, because I just got put as the lead in my class. I have a tickle in my throat. Okay, sorry, I had to take a drink before I started coughing uncontrollably. But I did just get put as a lead in my class, so leaving my sweet babies would be really hard. Haven't thought about that, because I didn't think this would happen that fast. I know that my job would be supportive and if I were just doing spring term, I could come back in May, but that's just like all up in the air. So yeah, we will see what happens, but I'm just really antsy. I hate to say this, but before all this happened, before I got my before I had my phone interview, after I had scheduled it, because it happened so fast, I was like asking myself, I was asking my boyfriend, or my fiance, sorry, I was asking him, just like, is this the right thing for me to do? Is it logical for me to do this? Is it just the right thing? There's different aspects, you know, I'd have to leave my fiance, and I'd have to leave like I moved back to where I'm living right now a year ago because this is the only place I wanted to be. I did not want to be in Ohio, where I lived. I didn't want to be anywhere else. I picked up my whole life, and moved back to Niceville, where I am, and I just been doing it on my own since then, and that was a really hard adjustment, moving from Ohio to Florida. Granted, I lived where I am now prior to living in Ohio for like 6 years, but I moved to Ohio to live with my dad, and then, you know, opportunities came up for me to move back, and I moved back, and like my whole world is in Florida. Granted, my parents are up north, and they're not here, but, yeah, and then I have a wedding to plan, which that's not for another 2 years, but if I keep taking time off of school, off of my classes, you know, then my degree will get pushed back, and it's just so much to think about and so much to pray about, and, yeah, so come along this journey with me. I'm super excited, as we wait for this, as we wait for, you know, to hear back. It's just gonna be a lot of prayer, and a lot of thinking, and a lot of overthinking, because that's what I'm best at. So it's just gonna be a long process, because you only have a week to accept or deny your acceptance. So, yeah, but I'm just very excited, I'm very thankful, and I'm very, just very thankful for the opportunity to even have an interview and make it this far. So I will see you guys, either with an update, probably with an update. I might do a few videos between now and then, just to, like, get to know me and all of that stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.